September 2024 brings several updates in the financial landscape of India, impacting various aspects of consumer banking, taxation, and digital payments. From change in credit card networks and attractive fixed deposit schemes to advanced tax deadlines and free Aadhaar updates, there are several important developments to note. Additionally, Google Pay has introduced a range of new features designed to enhance the user's experience and increase the convenience of digital payment. Hi, I'm your host Riya, and in this video we will explore these updates in detail, helping consumers, that is you, to understand how these changes could affect their financial planning and daily transaction. But before we move forward, make sure you have subscribed to our channel Freedom Money English and download the Freedom app now. Let's talk about number 1. Choose your card variant. Starting on September 6th, a new banking rule will allow consumers to choose their preferred card network when applying for or renewing a card. Traditionally, banks would often issue a specific card network like MasterCard or Visa by default, depending on their agreement. Now, customers will be able to select the card network that best suits their needs as long as the bank offers multiple options. This applies to new card application as well as renewal of existing cards, meaning customers can switch from one network to another. Example, from Visa to MasterCard when their card is due for renewal. This move is a part of larger effort by the Reserve Bank of India to promote competition and give consumers more control. In a circular issued on March 6, 2024, the RBI prohibited banks and non-banks card issuers from entering into exclusive agreements with card networks. The aim is to ensure that banks provide customers with the freedom to choose from multiple card networks instead of being limited to just one. Another reason being is to promote the usage of RuPay credit card. The National Payments Corporation of India (NPCI) has introduced a significant change starting September 1st. RuPay credit card users will now be able to earn the same reward points for Unified Payments Interface, that is UPI transaction, as they do for point of sale POS or online transaction. This decision was motivated by an imbalance in the reward system. Before this change, RuPay card holders received reward points for traditional cards transaction like purchase made at stores or online. But UPI transaction using RuPay cards did not earn equivalent points. This difference reduced the incentives for users to make UPI payments with their RuPay credit cards, as reward points are a major reason why people use credit cards in the first place. The NPCI's August 5th circular highlighted this issue, recognizing that if RuPay cards were to compete with other networks like Visa or MasterCard, they needed to offer similar benefits, particularly for UPI payments, which are extremely popular in India these days. By allowing RuPay cardholders to earn rewards on UPI transaction, the NPCI aims to increase the attractiveness of RuPay credit cards, thereby encouraging more and more users to opt for RuPay cards and use them more frequently across different payment modes. This change is a part of broader push to promote RuPay as a strong domestic card network and to reduce reliance on international networks like Visa and MasterCard. By aligning the reward point system across different transaction methods, RuPay is positioned to become a more competitive option in the market. Let's talk about number 2, interesting FDs. Several banks in India are offering special fixed deposits scheme with high interest rate set to expire by September 30th, 2024. These schemes are particularly attractive for both regular investors and senior citizens looking for better returns on their investments. For instance, IDBI Bank's Utsav FD scheme offers interest rate ranging from 7.05% to 7.85% per annum, depending on the tenure and investors category. Similarly, SBI's Amrit Kalash FD provides rates of 7.10% for general citizen and 7.60 for the senior citizen for a 400-day tenure. Other banks like HDFC, ICICI, Bank of Baroda and Punjab National Bank are also offering competitive rates on their special FD schemes. These limited time offers provide investors with an opportunity to lock in high returns before the rates are potentially lowered after September. Therefore, investors, especially those who are risk averse, may find it beneficial to act quickly to take advantage of these favorable rates. Now, the question is, why act now? Well, these special FD schemes are limited time offers and banks are expected to discontinue them after the month of September. Investors who lock in their funds will now benefit from these higher rates, which might not be available later. The appeal of these schemes lies in the certainty of returns, making them attractive for risk-averse investors. Now let's talk about number 3, September 15, which is the deadline for the second advance tax installment. Advance tax is a system of paying your income tax liability in installments throughout the financial year rather than in a lump sum at the end of the year. The Income Tax Act under the Section 208 requires individuals, including the salaried employees, to pay advance tax if their total estimated tax liability for the financial year is rupees 10,000 or more, after accounting for tax deducted at source, which is the TDS, and tax collected at source, which is the TCS. The advance tax is paid in 4 installments. First on June 15th, the 15% of total tax liability. Second on September 15th, which is the 45% of the total tax liability, including the amount paid in the June installment. Third on December 15th, which is 75% of the total tax liability, including the amount paid in the month of June and September installment. And finally, fourth on March 15th, which is 100% of the total tax liability. Now the question arises, who needs to pay advance tax installments? While salaried individual may believe that advance tax does not apply to them, well, it is important to remember that if they have other source of income, such as interest from bank deposits, rental incomes, capital gains from the sale of property or investments, or freelancing earnings, they could be liable to pay advance tax. If you have additional income sources beyond your salary, it is essential to assess your advance tax liability before September 15 deadline for the second installment. Timely payment will help you avoid penalties and ensure that your tax obligations are met smoothly throughout the year. Now let's talk about update number 4. Last call for free Aadhaar update. The Unique Identification Authority of India (UIDAI) has extended the deadline for free updates of Aadhaar cards until September 14, 2024. This extension gives Aadhaar holders more time to update their personal information such as their address, name, date of birth or mobile number at no cost if they do so through the My Aadhaar portal. The My Aadhaar portal is an online platform where users can easily make changes to their Aadhaar details by submitting the necessary documents as proof. How can you update Aadhaar card online for free? Well, until September 14, 2024, you can visit the My Aadhaar portal, go to the official website, My Aadhaar portal, log in, use your Aadhaar number or OTP sent to your registered mobile number to log in. Select the update option. Choose the detail you wish to update, for example, like your name, address, date of birth, or your mobile number. Next, submit the relevant documents for proof of identity, for example, your PAN cards or voter ID, and proof of your address, for example, your utility bill or your passport. Ensure that the documents match the details you are updating. Next, double-check the information you have provided and submit the request. After submission, you will receive an update request number that you can use to track the status of your update. If you want to physically go to the Aadhaar center and get your changes done, then you need to choose to update your Aadhaar detail at a physical Aadhaar center instead of using the online portal. A fee of ₹50 will be applicable. This fee is charged per update request and cover administrative cost at the Aadhaar center. From September 15, 2024, all Aadhaar card updates, whether done online, through the My Aadhaar portal or at a physical Aadhaar center, will attract a charge of ₹50. This means that users will no longer have the option to update their Aadhaar for free online after this deadline. Now you might think, why to update your Aadhaar? Well, keeping your Aadhaar details up to date is essential for various reasons. For example, Aadhaar is linked to several government welfare schemes, subsidies and benefits such as the LPG subsidies, scholarships and pension schemes. Next, Aadhaar is often used for identity verification in banking services, mutual fund investments and insurance. Also, Aadhaar is widely used for mobile number verification and SIM card issuance. Finally, Aadhaar is increasingly used as a valid identity proof for domestic travel within India. Now let's talk about update number 5. Google announces UPI Circle, UPI vouchers and other feature for Google Pay. UPI Circle, one of the key new features is UPI Circle, which allows user to share payment responsibility with trusted family members or friends. This feature is particularly useful for individuals who may not have direct access to banking services or are hesitant to use UPI for digital transaction. A primary UPI user on Google Pay can add secondary user to their account, offering two levels of delegation: partial delegation and full delegation. Partial delegation: the primary user maintains full control and must approve each payment initiated by the secondary user. Full delegation means the primary user can set a monthly limit, say up to 15,000, allowing the secondary user to make payments independently within that limit. For example, imagine a family where the father manages all the payments, but his son, who is in a college, often needs to make small purchases. With UPI Circle, the father can add his son as a secondary user on the Google Pay account. If the father chooses partial delegation, every time his son tries to make a payment, for example, groceries or college book, the father will receive a notification and can approve or decline the transaction. And if the father opts for full delegation, he can set a monthly spending limit, say ₹10,000. The son can then make payments freely within his limit without needing to get approval for each transaction. This is useful for families where the primary earner wants to help the other family members manage money but still maintain the control. Next is UPI vouchers. Google Pay is expanding the use of UPI vouchers, which were initially launched for COVID-19 vaccination payments. These prepaid vouchers are linked to the recipient mobile number and allow payments without requiring the recipient to link a bank account to UPI. Now, UPI vouchers are being extended for use in various sectors, making it easier for the organizations and individuals to issue and redeem vouchers. Whether for government programs, corporate gifting or other purpose, UPI vouchers simplify digital payments. Let's understand this with an example. A company wants to reward its employee with Diwali bonuses but does not want to transfer cash directly. Instead, they issue UPI vouchers of worth say ₹2,000 to each of their employees. These vouchers are sent to the employee's mobile number and can be redeemed at various stores or online without needing the employees to link their bank accounts to UPI. This feature simplifies payments in a scenario like corporate rewards, government welfare programs, or even personal gifting. For instance, a person can send a UPI voucher as a gift for a friend's birthday and the friend can use it at any participating merchant. Next is ClickPay QR. In partnership with the NPCI, Bharat Bill Pay, Google Pay is introducing ClickPay QR, a feature that makes bill payments more convenient. Users can simply scan ClickPay QR code with the Google Pay app, which will automatically retrieve the latest bill details. This eliminates the need to remember account numbers or customers' IDs, making the bill payment process even more faster, more accurate and hassle-free. This feature is great for people who regularly pay utility bills or make recurring payments, as it simplifies the process and reduces errors. Google Pay is expanding its recurring payment support with an introduction of prepaid utility payments. Users can now link and manage prepaid utility accounts such as electricity or housing society bills directly through the app. This feature provides a centralized platform for tracking and handling recurring payments, making it easier to stay on top of the utility bills. Google Pay is also rolling out tap and pay functionality for RuPay cards. Users can add their RuPay cards to Google Pay and make payments by simply tapping their phones at a card machine. The card details are securely stored, protecting the 16-digit card number during the transaction. This feature offers RuPay cardholders a more convenient way to make payments without needing to carry a physical card. This is particularly convenient for those who don't like carrying multiple cards and prefer to use their phones for making payments. The card information is securely stored, adding a layer of security during the transaction. And finally, Google Pay is also introducing autopay for the UPI Lite, which automatically tops up users' UPI Lite balance when it falls below a certain amount. UPI Lite is designed for smaller transactions, and this feature ensures that users can continue making payments without worrying about having an insufficient balance. These new features reflect Google Pay's ongoing effort to make digital payments more accessible, more convenient, and secure for users in India. Whether it is sharing payment responsibilities or using prepaid vouchers or simplifying bill payments, Google Pay is creating a more user-friendly financial ecosystem. This feature ensures that the user always has sufficient balance for smaller transactions without needing to manually reload it each time. Well, in order to conclude, it would be right to say that the financial updates for September year 2024 bring several opportunities and obligations for consumers in India. From the freedom to choose card networks and the availability of high-end fixed deposit schemes to the advanced tax deadlines and free Aadhaar updates, individuals have multiple avenues to optimize their financial strategies. Additionally, the new features introduced by the Google Pay further enhances the convenience of digital payments, aligning with the broader trends of increasing digitalization in India's financial sector. Staying informed about these changes and acting promptly will help consumers make the most of these evolving financial landscape. Well, that's all in today's video. Hope you liked the video. Do share it with your friends and family, and make sure to subscribe to our channel Freedom Money English. This is your host Riya. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.